Picture this, it's the year 2045. Cities are smart, robots roam the streets, and AI runs everything from your coffee machine to the government. The world hums with the buzz of data streams, algorithms predicting your every move, optimizing every process and keeping society ticking like a perfectly tuned machine. Sounds cool, right? But behind this sleek future lurks an ugly truth nobody likes to talk about. The AI powering this brave new world? It's devouring the planet's resources like an insatiable beast, and not in a cool sci-fi villain kind of way. More like a silent, energy-guzzling monster hiding in the shadows. You might wonder, how did this happen? Why is AI, the digital wizard of our age, a serious threat to the environment? Grab your neural implants and hold tight. We're going on a ride through the dark underbelly of AI's environmental footprint. The digital behemoth that never sleeps. Let's rewind a bit. AI isn't magic. It's data, math, and raw computing power mashed together to simulate intelligence. But here's the kicker. Training the most advanced AI models is like powering a small city for weeks on end. Imagine running a colossal supercomputer, non-stop for months. That's what training state-of-the-art AI entails. Those huge language models, like the ones powering your favorite chatbots or virtual assistants, are made by crunching through mountains of data using thousands of GPUs. Each GPU burns through electricity like a mini nuclear reactor, and this energy comes from, well, mostly fossil fuels. Despite green energy promises, coal, natural gas, and oil still dominate the power grids in many regions where these data centers live. So, while AI spits out witty responses or paints digital masterpieces, somewhere, coal plants are working overtime to feed the hunger. This isn't sci-fi anymore. It's today's reality. The data fortress, silent but devouring. Data centers, those sprawling windowless fortresses of blinking lights, are the backbone of AI. But they're not just quietly humming, they're thirsty. And I'm not talking about for your latest playlist. Cooling these mega machines is a gargantuan task. Servers generate heat enough to warm entire buildings, so massive air conditioning and liquid cooling systems suck up power relentlessly. Picture a frozen tundra inside these centers, maintained by machines guzzling water and electricity in quantities that would shock even the most hardcore sci-fi fan. And it's not just the electricity bill that's staggering. The sheer amount of water used for cooling, enough to fill Olympic-sized swimming pools every day. This energy and water consumption, it's like maintaining an invisible city powered purely by AI. The planet is footing the bill quietly every second, mining for the future, but at what cost? You know those flashy GPUs, those neural network processors with more transistors than stars in the Milky Way? They don't grow on trees. Building them requires mining rare metals like lithium, cobalt, and neodymium. Elements that are hard to find, and even harder to extract ethically and sustainably. Mining operations often ravage landscapes, pollute rivers, and disrupt ecosystems. Some operate in politically unstable regions with questionable labor practices. So, beneath AI's sleek surface lies a messy reality. Environmental degradation, and social issues we rarely hear about. It's like we're building our shiny AI future on the backs of damaged Earth ecosystems and human suffering. Not exactly the hero's journey we hoped for. E-waste, the dark side of the digital revolution. Here's something that gets overlooked. AI hardware doesn't last forever. The race to create faster, better models means GPUs and chips become obsolete quickly, tossed aside like yesterday's tech news. This leads to mountains of electronic waste piling up, much of it toxic. Recycling e-waste is complex and inefficient. Hazardous materials can leach into soil and water if handled improperly. In the sci-fi narrative of AI taking over the world, no one tells you about the piles of discarded hardware, the cast-offs of our digital age, quietly poisoning the planet. The paradox of AI helping and hurting Earth now, hold on. It's not all doom and gloom. AI is also a superhero in environmental science. It models climate patterns with precision that would make Nostradamus jealous. It optimizes energy grids to better integrate renewables like solar and wind. It helps farmers use water efficiently and even tracks endangered animals in real time. But here's the twist, a paradox almost too ironic for science fiction. AI's own carbon footprint threatens to wipe out some of the very benefits it helps create. Like a sci-fi cyborg with a faulty core, AI is both protector and pollutant. This clash between promise and peril is the central conflict of AI's environmental saga. The titans of tech and their carbon-balancing act big tech companies, Google, Microsoft, OpenAI, are scrambling to clean up their act. They invest billions in renewable energy, pledge carbon neutrality, and tout their eco-friendly data centers. But the truth is complicated. These companies are locked in a race to build bigger, more powerful AI models. That means even more energy demand. Greenwashing accusations swirl, as some argue these efforts are more about image than real impact. It's a high-stakes game where growth often trumps sustainability, like a spaceship hurtling forward while leaking fuel. What could the future look like? Is there hope? So can the future be bright and green? Absolutely. But only if we rethink how we build and use AI. Researchers are working on smarter AI that does more with less power. New algorithms squeeze efficiency, training smaller models that punch above their weight. There's hope in federated learning, training AI on devices instead of massive data centers. Data centers themselves are slowly shifting to renewable energy, powered by solar farms and offshore wind turbines. But the transition is patchy and uneven. Here's where you and I come in. Demand for sustainable tech matters. Consumers and companies pushing for greener AI can tip the balance. Community-driven, open-source AI projects offer a lighter footprint alternative to corporate giants. Think David versus Goliath, but with algorithms. In the end, AI's environmental impact is the story of a double-edged sword, a dazzling technology that dazzles us but quietly drains the planet. As AI fans and tech enthusiasts, we're living in a sci-fi thriller where the plot twists are real. Loving AI and worrying about its cost isn't a contradiction. It's a sign of savvy awareness. The future of AI can be bright, smart, green, and ethical, but only if we face the hard truths and demand change. So next time your smart assistant answers a question or your favorite AI app wows you, ask yourself, is this the future we want? One powered by clean energy and responsibility, or a silent monster eating our planet from the inside? Because if AI is the future, it better be one that respects the only home we've got.